Archangel Michael says, the distance you created wasn't meant to hurt anyone, it was meant to protect your peace. But what you don't realize is that your silence has started to echo in someone's heart louder than words ever could. They are feeling emotional, lost, and unsure how to reach you again. They thought they could survive without your presence, that they could move on and keep pretending they were fine. But the more they try to stay away, the more their soul trembles with the weight of missing you. Every night, they find themselves staring at old memories, reading messages they swore they had deleted long ago. They can't understand how your absence could feel so heavy. They're learning the hard way that peace doesn't come from ignoring what the heart truly wants. You have become the silence between their thoughts, the one thing they can't escape no matter how far they go. Something inside them keeps whispering your name at random moments. It happens when they hear certain songs, when they walk past familiar places, or even when they wake up in the middle of the night. You've become a feeling they can't turn off. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are emotionally overwhelmed right now. It's not anger, not regret, it's something deeper, something spiritual. They feel your energy slipping away, and it scares them more than they'll ever admit. They never thought you would truly detach. But your decision to pull back has shaken their world like a quiet storm. Now they are realizing that losing your presence feels like losing a heartbeat. Their mind keeps replaying the moments when you still cared, still responded, still gave them warmth. They keep asking themselves where it all went wrong, yet they already know. They took your love for granted until the silence became unbearable. Archangel Michael says, this emotional pull is divine correction. Sometimes the heart must ache to wake up to what it ignored. Your withdrawal has opened their eyes, and now, they can't look anywhere without seeing what they lost. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They are trying to act strong in front of others, pretending like they've moved on. But behind closed doors, their composure crumbles. They scroll through pictures of you, feeling the weight of everything they never said. They thought love was a game of control. They believed they could have you waiting forever. But now that you've pulled back, their control has turned into chaos. They are losing sleep, losing focus, losing themselves. Each night they pray to feel your presence again, even if it's just in a dream. They whisper your name softly, hoping the universe will carry it to your heart. Deep down, they know your energy is the only place where their soul truly rests. They are realizing that your absence isn't just a lack of contact, it's a missing heartbeat in their emotional rhythm. The connection that once gave them strength now feels like a ghost haunting every quiet room. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They're remembering everything now. The way you smiled even when they hurt you, the patience in your silence, the kindness that never demanded anything in return. That memory burns their conscience like fire. They can't shake the image of you walking away, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. That moment replays in their mind like a movie they can't pause. They never thought you'd actually stop giving, stop forgiving, stop waiting. Now they understand the difference between being loved and being prioritized. You were their comfort, and they were your chaos. And now that you've pulled away, life feels painfully quiet for them. Archangel Michael says, you didn't lose them, they lost you. But even heaven can feel the ache that follows such divine detachment. Sometimes love must break before it becomes holy again. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They can feel your emotional distance like a cold wind every time they think of you. They sense your energy shifting, lighter, freer, stronger. That scares them, because they realize you no longer need them to breathe. You've found peace within yourself, and that power is magnetic. The more they try to forget, the more your glow pulls them back in. Their heart beats faster at the mere thought of you moving on. There's something about your silence that screams louder than their words ever could. They never expected your detachment to change them so deeply, but it has. You've become the mirror that shows them their own mistakes. Now they want to return, not just to say sorry, but to feel something real again. The emotional distance you created became their awakening. It's teaching them that connection isn't possession, it's presence. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They still check if you've viewed their messages. They still replay your voice in their head when the world goes quiet. The emotional impact you left is something they can't undo. Their friends can tell something's wrong. They act distracted, withdrawn, as if their heart is somewhere else entirely. And it is, it's still tied to the moments they shared with you. Archangel Michael says, they are being guided through remorse and reflection. This season of emotional pain will open their spirit to truth. They needed to lose your attention to value your soul. They never imagined that your absence could feel like punishment from the divine. But that's exactly how it feels now, like heaven took you away until they learned what unconditional love means. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Each morning they wake up with a strange ache in their chest, the kind that words can't explain. It's not just missing you, it's realizing how deeply you mattered. You were their peace, and now they're drowning without it. They scroll through old photos and messages, their eyes tearing up at the words they once ignored. Regret has a way of turning memories into lessons. Now they see the purity in everything you offered. Their soul is exhausted, not from you, but from the weight of realizing they hurt someone who only ever wanted to love them. They wish they could rewind time and hold you tighter. But the truth is, your distance is protecting you from what once drained your energy. You have stepped into a chapter of quiet strength, while they're left chasing shadows of the past. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They might not reach out yet, but their spirit already has. Late at night, when emotions rise and pride fades, they whisper your name like a prayer. They're sending energy toward you, hoping you feel it somehow. Archangel Michael says, there's divine alignment happening behind this silence. What was once broken will either heal with honesty or dissolve with grace. Either way, peace will be your reward. You have chosen yourself, and that choice has made the universe applaud you. You no longer chase what runs from truth, and that's why your blessings are being rearranged in your favor. They can feel the shift. They know something powerful is coming toward you. Your glow is rising, and it's untouchable now. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Even if they pretend to be fine, their emotions betray them. Their laughter fades too quickly, their eyes seem distant, their words lack the life they once had. You've left an impression that nothing else can fill. Every step they take without you feels heavy. Every breath feels borrowed. You were their reminder that love can be pure, and now, that reminder is gone. They wanted to test your patience, but the test backfired. Your silence became their greatest teacher. And now, they understand that losing someone genuine is a pain that lingers forever. Archangel Michael says, your withdrawal is not rejection, it's redirection. The emotional storm they're facing is not your burden anymore. It's their awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You've become the lesson that changed their life. They now know what it feels like to lose something that can't be replaced. And even if they come back, they'll never forget how it felt when you pulled away. Their emotions are overflowing, their heart aching with realization. They see your worth now, not because you reminded them, but because your absence screamed what your presence whispered. They can feel that you've healed, that you're no longer bound by what used to hurt you. That truth shakes them to their core. They've realized that while they were looking for attention, you were offering peace. And now, that peace is no longer available to them. The emotional distance you created was the boundary heaven designed to protect your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your silence has become sacred. It carries strength, clarity, and freedom. You no longer need closure, because you have evolved beyond explanation. Archangel Michael says, this separation was written to awaken both hearts. One to release control, the other to rise in divine self-worth. Their emotions will continue to stir until they face their truth. They are learning that love cannot be demanded, only nurtured. You were the lesson, the mirror, and the peace they didn't know they needed. Now, as your light grows stronger, they'll either rise to meet your frequency or fade into memory. Either way, you've already won the battle of the heart. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They are feeling emotional because your energy no longer clings to them. They can sense the finality in your silence. You've closed a chapter that their soul still wants to reread. Every message they type and delete is soaked in regret. Every time they scroll by your name, their chest tightens with the thought of what could have been. They've learned too late that love is not about having someone, it's about cherishing them when you do. Your energy now belongs to peace. Your light is no longer dimmed by confusion. What you released will never have the power to break you again. And as they stand there, feeling emotional and lost, heaven stands behind you, whispering that your strength was never loneliness, it was liberation. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They can't escape the waves of emotion that hit them every time your name is mentioned. It's like a hidden current pulling them into memories they thought they had buried. Every laugh, every conversation, every quiet look now feels like a ghost they can't let go of. They feel your distance not just in their phone, but in their soul. The absence of your energy makes their world feel gray and hollow. They keep searching for your presence in other people, but it's never the same, nothing ever feels right anymore. Your silence became their mirror. It reflects every mistake they made, every word they didn't say, every apology they waited too long to give. The emotional weight of what they lost is suffocating. Archangel Michael says, they are facing the harvest of their choices. Your detachment is their divine consequence, not punishment, but transformation. It's through this ache that their spirit begins to awaken. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. At night, they dream of you. The dreams are vivid, soft voices, unfinished goodbyes, flashes of the times you smiled through pain. They wake up with tears in their eyes, feeling the loss all over again. They try to distract themselves with noise, friends, work, laughter, but nothing silences the echo of your calm. Your absence rings louder than any conversation. You've become a memory that refuses to fade. Every time they pass by something that reminds them of you, their chest tightens. The smell of rain, a certain song, the way someone pronounces your name, everything is a reminder. Their emotions are no longer controllable. They now realize that love doesn't end with goodbye, it transforms. And in this transformation, they are finally learning what it means to truly value someone. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They are replaying the final moment in their mind, the moment they felt you pull away. It seemed subtle at first, a shift in tone, a missing text, a pause in warmth. But now they see it was the moment you chose peace over pain. The more they think about it, the clearer it becomes. You didn't leave suddenly, you slowly faded out, quietly, gracefully. And that calm exit broke them more than any fight ever could. Archangel Michael says, your soul knew when to stop fighting. You didn't walk away in anger, you ascended in wisdom. And that elevation is what their heart feels, even now. They might never admit it aloud, but deep down, they know your silence saved both of you. You stopped the cycle, and in doing so, you became untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Now they find themselves scrolling through their phone at 2 a.m., staring at your last message. They hover over the send button but never press it. Fear and pride tie their hands while their heart begs for release. The distance between you is more than miles, it's a spiritual gap. They can feel you rising, evolving, stepping into something divine. And that terrifies them because they realize they no longer belong in your next chapter. They still check your online status, hoping to catch a glimpse of your presence. But you've outgrown that version of connection. You've stepped into silence, and in that silence, you've become powerful. Their emotions keep crashing like waves. No matter how far they swim, they end up right back where they started, missing you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, your energy has transformed into light. Those who once drained you will now be forced to feel the void they created. It is not revenge, it's divine rebalancing. They'll soon realize that your love was rare, not because it was dramatic, but because it was pure. You gave from a place of truth, and they responded with confusion. Now the universe is replaying that truth back to them through longing. They are emotional because they've seen your glow in places they never expected, in dreams, in symbols, in moments of synchronicity. Every sign reminds them that your spirit is untouchable. What they called distance was actually your ascension. And they're finally starting to understand that they didn't lose you, they lost access to peace itself. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They'll try to return, you know. They'll come back with trembling words and half-written apologies. But you'll feel the difference in your soul, the balance has shifted. You are no longer waiting for them to heal, you are already whole. You have learned to live without validation, without constant noise, without fear. That is what makes you unstoppable now. They're emotional because they can feel that you've moved on in a way they never could. You no longer seek closure, you embody it. Your silence has turned into strength, and your detachment has become divine armor. Soon, the universe will place before you something that matches your new energy, someone or something that reflects your growth. Type Amen to get Blessing 2020. You see, when you pulled away, you didn't abandon them, you honored yourself. That act of self-love has rippled across every spiritual plane. Even heaven noticed the courage in your quiet choice. They can sense that something greater is protecting you now. Every time they think of reaching out, they feel an unseen force holding them back. It's Archangel Michael guarding your peace. You are being surrounded by divine protection. The emotions they feel now are the consequences of not appreciating a chosen one. Their tears are the echoes of lessons finally learned. The cycle has ended. What began in love and ended in distance will now be remembered as transformation. Type Amen to get Blessing 2121. They will spend many nights thinking about what could have been. They'll picture you smiling without them, moving forward, shining brighter than ever. And that image will both break and humble them. You were their peace, and now your silence teaches them what peace truly costs. They'll try to fill that void with distractions, but it won't work. The truth of your energy lingers. Archangel Michael says, when divine souls pull away, it's not the end, it's rebirth. You are entering your season of restoration while they walk through their season of reflection. Your energy is no longer chasing, it's attracting. And what's coming next will finally match the depth of your spirit. Type Amen to get Blessing 2222. Your emotional distance was the medicine heaven prescribed. It cured you of attachment, fear, and self-doubt. It brought clarity to what once felt chaotic. They are emotional because your energy no longer bends for them. They can feel the shift, you've leveled up. What once drained you now no longer has access to your light. Every tear they shed now is a silent thank you to the lesson your love gave them. They may not say it, but deep down, they know, you changed them. And while their heart still aches, yours has already healed. You've risen above pain and turned it into purpose. Type Amen to get Blessing 2323. The universe is proud of you. You handled pain with grace, silence with strength, and endings with dignity. Your transformation has been witnessed by unseen forces. Archangel Michael says, your heart was never meant to stay in sorrow. You were meant to grow through it and become unbreakable. Every tear you cried has now been exchanged for blessings. They'll keep feeling emotional until they release what they resisted, the truth that you were never meant to be hurt, but to be honored. And now, the tables have turned. Soon, you'll see the reward for every moment you chose peace over chaos. Your story isn't ending, it's finally beginning. Type Amen to get Blessing 2424. And as this emotional storm settles, you'll notice something. The heaviness that once lived in your chest will fade, replaced by lightness, by freedom. That's your soul acknowledging victory. They, on the other hand, will continue to feel waves of nostalgia and sadness until they learn what you already know, that real love requires respect, presence, and truth. You've already fulfilled your part in their life's lesson. Now, the universe is fulfilling its promise to you, abundance, love, and divine peace. Archangel Michael says, walk forward. Don't look back. The emotions of others are not your responsibility anymore, your destiny is. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Their world feels slower without you in it. Every moment seems stretched, every silence louder, every heartbeat heavier. They never imagined that distance could ache this deep. They walk through familiar places expecting to feel the same, but something inside them has shifted. Every laugh sounds hollow, every comfort feels temporary. They are haunted by the warmth they once received from you effortlessly. They remember how your voice could calm storms within them. Now, even peace feels foreign. The absence of your energy has left their life without rhythm. Archangel Michael says, the reason they feel emotional is because their spirit recognizes truth too late. The connection was sacred, and they mishandled it. Now heaven is reminding them of the vibration they lost. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Every night they replay conversations that once felt small but now feel divine. Every good night, every take care, every soft moment echoes like a sacred melody. They can't erase it, it's written on their soul. They thought detachment was coldness, but they now see it as protection. Your withdrawal forced them to meet themselves, raw, unmasked, unprepared. And that realization cut deeper than any argument ever could. They feel emotions they don't understand, sadness, admiration, confusion, regret, all tangled into one aching heartbeat. You have become their mirror, reflecting both their beauty and their mistakes. Your absence speaks louder than any words could. They are beginning to understand that some silence carries messages only the heart can hear. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They see you differently now. What once felt ordinary now feels extraordinary. Every small kindness, every patient moment, every time you forgave when you had every reason not to. That realization pierces them with guilt. They can't stop thinking about the day you stopped explaining. The day you smiled quietly and chose peace instead of argument. That was the moment you took your power back. The distance between you is filled with unseen energy. They feel it when they wake, when they rest, when they stare at the ceiling wondering if it's too late. Archangel Michael says, the emotion they carry is purification. The universe is burning away their pride, making space for realization. The pain is their lesson, your peace is your reward. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You've become the light that guides them even in absence. They never meant to break something so pure, but destiny uses heartbreak as a tool for awakening. Now, they're finally awake. The more they fight their feelings, the stronger they grow. They've tried ignoring your memory, but life keeps reminding them of your energy. Every coincidence feels like your shadow softly following their steps. They are emotional because they can feel the divine justice unfolding. You were misunderstood, but now they see, you were their angel in disguise. Every tear they shed now is cleansing. It's the soul's way of saying, I finally see what I lost. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. They scroll through your pictures like they hold the last piece of their sanity. They zoom in on your eyes, trying to read the love that once lived there. Every detail brings both comfort and pain. Their emotions rise like tides, uncontrollable and raw. They know they can't go back, but they can't go forward either. Your absence froze them between memory and longing. They imagine the sound of your laughter, the softness of your tone, the peace you carried. It's almost unbearable, like hearing a song that no longer belongs to them. Archangel Michael says, this pain is not punishment, it's recognition. Their heart is aligning with truth through tears. You were their teacher disguised as love. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Even in crowds, they feel alone. Their smile no longer reaches their eyes. Every attempt to move on feels hollow because nothing compares to the depth you offered. They scroll through social media hoping to see signs of you, but all they find are echoes. The emptiness hits harder each day. They wish they could rewind to when you still answered. You have become a quiet storm inside them, calm on the surface but powerful underneath. Their emotions won't settle because your spirit still lingers like perfume in the air. The universe has separated you to teach balance. You were love in its purest form, and now they are learning what it truly meant. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Their friends don't understand why they're distant lately. They try to explain, but how can they describe missing someone who feels like air? You can't touch it, but you can't live without it either. They feel emotional because they are finally feeling everything they avoided when you were near. It's not punishment, it's revelation. The truth is forcing its way into their soul. Archangel Michael says, do not reopen old wounds to ease their pain. Let the silence finish the work heaven began. You are not cold, you are chosen. Your light has been redirected toward destiny. Their emotions will guide them to understanding, but you must continue walking forward. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. They write messages and erase them. They speak your name but stop mid-sentence, fearing the power it still holds. Even their dreams betray them with memories of you smiling. Your detachment taught them more than your love ever could. It showed them what strength looks like in human form. You didn't shout, you simply outgrew the noise. They are emotional because you no longer orbit around them. You found your center, and that realization humbles them in silence. They whisper apologies to the universe, hoping somehow the wind will carry them to you. But heaven has already heard. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. You are now the peace they're trying to find in others. They chase shadows, hoping to replicate your glow, but it can't be recreated. What was divine cannot be replaced. Archangel Michael says, your energy has graduated from pain to power. Those who feel your absence are witnessing your transformation. The distance they cry over is your protection in motion. They may not return as before, but they will remember you forever. Your light has imprinted itself on their soul. No matter how time passes, they will still pause when they hear your name. And as you move forward, remember, their tears are not your burden anymore, they are proof that love once lived there. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. The chapter is closing with quiet grace. They stand at the edge of memory, emotional yet enlightened. You, on the other hand, are walking towards sunrise, lighter, freer, unshaken. They will feel your energy one last time, in dreams, in whispers, in the soft pull of nostalgia. That's heaven's final goodbye. You were never meant to stay in places that couldn't grow with you. Your soul's evolution demanded release. Now, love will meet you at a higher frequency. Archangel Michael says, your silence has healed timelines. What was once heartbreak has now become a gateway to miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 3535.